messy sink. Come on in, sit back, relax. This is my very first vlog. I am over here internally shaking in my boots. No joke. I'm trying to figure out what on earth was I thinking when I came up with this great idea. I'm not sure if I'm going through a midlife crisis, hence these braces that I've had on for 2 years, was only supposed to be a year, or if I just really enjoy cooking. I'm not sure. I think it's yet to be determined. In all seriousness, Jesus put this vlog idea in my heart as a way to encourage and motivate each of you in the kitchen. For our first recipe together, today we are going to make a quick and easy chicken salad. But not just any old chicken salad. We're gonna add some crunch and we're gonna add some fruit and add all kinds of good flavors. I decided to start out with chicken salad, number 1, because I've been craving it like crazy. Number 2, I had all the ingredients. And number 3, because chicken salad is so versatile. I enjoy chicken salad on a toasted bagel, but you could put it on a toasted croissant, or you could grab a sleeve of crackers and dip. Or if nothing else, girl, grab you a fork and go to town. As we get started, don't fret about writing down all the ingredients. I'll have the full recipe in the description box. I'm going to put my hair up, we're gonna move to the kitchen, and we're gonna start on some chicken salad. Okay, we're back. We've moved to the kitchen. I put my hair up so it's not in my face, and I've also washed my hands. What I thought we would do would be to start to go over the ingredients first. We have almonds, celery, whipped Philadelphia cream cheese, salt, garlic powder, black pepper, mayonnaise. I currently have Duke's, but you could use Hellmann's or Miracle Whip, whatever you prefer. Also, I have grapes, and then I have a rotisserie chicken that I pulled apart. If you did not want to use almonds, you could use any kind of nut like pecans. If you did not want to use grapes, you could use any kind of berry like cranberries. So it's really your preference. You could also add a little bit of onion powder in this as well. It's really versatile. So what I suggest is that you try the recipe and then experiment based on whatever your preferences are or whatever your favorite kind of nuts are, fruit, etc. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have added 3/4 a cup of mayonnaise into a mixing bowl. To that mayonnaise, I'm going to add 1/8 a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/8 a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/8 a teaspoon of salt. These spices, you may be more of a salt person and may need to add a little bit more, maybe ease off on the garlic. You just make this your own. These are the measurements that I enjoy. To the mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and garlic, we're going to add almonds. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of almonds. I have slivered almonds, and some of those were even crushed up in the bag. So, but like I said earlier, you could use pecans, chopped pecans, if that's what you preferred. Another substitute, you could use Greek yogurt for the mayonnaise if you're a little bit trying to watch your figure, so to speak. Yogurt would be a good substitute. I personally don't care for the taste of yogurt, so I'm sticking with the mayonnaise. Next, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of the whipped cream cheese. And those are pretty heaping tablespoons. Next, we are going to just kind of give this a stir, and start getting this incorporated. Hope you can see all this okay. All right, to this mixture, we are going to add 2, just want to make sure you can we're going to add 2 ribs of celery. And what I've done is I can't tell if you can see that or not. All right, so we're gonna add 2 ribs of celery. I learned this little trick on the internet and I want to share it with you. My celery has already been pre-washed, and some people do not like the strings in the celery. So what I do is I peel the celery and it gets all of those hard stringy pieces off. So just give that a quick peel. As soon as you start peeling, all you can do is smell celery. It's so refreshing. All right, we'll get this junk out of here, move it over to the side, and then we're gonna give these a chop. All right, so however fine or however large that you want your celery pieces is completely a preference for you and your family. Obviously, you're gonna be careful if you have little ones at home. What I like to do is I like to cut the celery rib in half, sometimes thirds if it's a big one, and then I like to cut it again, and then I start my chopping. I go pretty fine because I'm doing bite-sized pieces, hopefully on a bagel or a cracker. We're gonna get these chopped up, and then we're gonna add these to our mixture. And they do not all have to be uniform. If you are chef trained and you can chop, chop, chop as fast as you can without cutting your finger, help yourself, and good for you. All right, so we're gonna add our celery in. And that was 2 ribs of celery. Get that out of the way. And then next, we are adding in 1 cup of grapes. So again, this is one of your preferences. Obviously, you're gonna use seedless grapes, but how you slice them is completely your preference. I am a little picky, so I don't like the ends of the grapes in my chicken salad. If I was just eating a grape, no problem, but for some reason, I don't care for the ends that was attached to the vine. So you can either slice your grapes, or and you do not have to cut off the ends. This is just what I do. Or you could quarter them and have a little bit bigger pieces. Just keep in mind that these will be bite-sized pieces as you're going to be taking bites of your sandwich or your crackers, those kinds of things. But it's completely your preference. I would just avoid keeping the grapes whole. And for time purposes, I'll go ahead and quarter these, and then we'll get these added. All right. And we're gonna add this 1/2 cup of 1 cup of grapes, I apologize, to our mixture. We're gonna give this a stir to start getting these ingredients incorporated. Lost a grape there. All right, looking good, looking good. Whoops. I'm slinging chicken salad sauce all over the place. All right. Last thing we have to do is we need to add the chicken. I have 2 cups of a rotisserie chicken that I pulled off the bone. You could cook your chicken, you could boil your chicken and use that, or you could use canned chicken. I had a rotisserie chicken and it sounded good to me, so I decided, why don't I keep this for some chicken salad? So I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken. And again, that's 2 cups. And it's gonna get a little harder to stir. You may be someone who likes your chicken salad really creamy, and you may want to add more mayonnaise. And that's our Greek yogurt, as we talked about. That's completely fine. It's really whatever is your preference. If it ends up being too creamy for you, feel free to cut back on some of the base. Giving you an idea of what it's looking like here. I decided I was gonna add just a little bit more mayonnaise to mine. Every time you make this, I don't know how 2 cups of chicken always varies, but for some reason, sometimes I have a little bit too much mayonnaise and other times I don't have quite enough. So really and truly, just guesstimate, and I would start with either 3/4 a cup of mayo or a 1/2 cup and then add to it as needed. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to transfer this mixture into our storage container, or I recommend that you do refrigerate this for a couple hours before you use it or before you eat it. All of the flavors will blend together and it will get really cold. So we'll get this put into a refrigerator, Ziploc storage container, and get this in the refrigerator for 2 hours, and then we'll be back to show you the finished product. Man alive, guys, we did it. We're almost to the end of our very first vlog for Melinda's Messy Sink. Our chicken salad has been in the refrigerator for a few hours, getting cold and letting all of the flavors blend together. The longer this sits, so if it sits overnight, tomorrow it will be great as well. I would say that this chicken salad will last in the refrigerator for about 3 days. Any time after that, any time frame after that, your chicken salad could get a little runny from the grapes. So you may want to try to eat your chicken salad within those 3 days. So what we're doing is just waiting on our bagel to get finished, and we are going to give this a test. Goodness. So what I did was I just toasted my bagel, and I'm going to smear this. Smear a word. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to smear all this goodness all over this toasty bagel. I usually eat mine in half and not really a sandwich, so you may not want quite as much for you if you're going to eat it as a sandwich. But I wanted to give you a close-up of what this looks like, what the finished product looks like. And let's give it a test. A try. A bite. You know what I meant. Good stuff. That chicken salad is so creamy, flavorful. The coldness on that warm bagel is just delicious. If you give this recipe a try, please comment below. Comment below on the video, and just bear with me as I'm learning. One thing I can do, and one thing I know how to do, girl, is I know how to make some good food. So now, learning how to get it on camera to you and get my videos edited, that piece I'm still learning. So just bear with me. As we wrap up, just want to remind you to always remember that Jesus loves you, and I'll see you in the next video.